Hello, LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome to the final episode of TNA Wrestling. We are here in NXT's Capital Wrestling Center one last time, and we are starting things off with a 20-man gauntlet eliminator. It was supposed to be a Rumble, but the game just didn't want it to happen in the TNA arena. It was preventing it for some reason, so here we are. In the CWC, the Capital Wrestling Center. As we've got a 20-man cross-promotional gauntlet. Some men from NXT, some men from TNA. There are 20 of them, and the last man standing fills that final spot in the North American and digital media title winner-take-all match this weekend, alongside digital media champion Nick Nemeth, alongside North American champion Jacob Fatu, as well as Matt Cardona, Miles Bourne, and Moose. I want to thank anyone who's joining us here for the premiere of the final episode of TNA Universe as Brian Myers starts us out in this 20-man gauntlet. I know there's one Raw star in here as well. And a couple of surprise entries to boot. As here comes Eddie Thorpe to the ring. You'll be seeing a lot of NXT names in here. But to be fair, NXT and TNA splitting the slots for this matchup, even if it gives TNA slightly more of an advantage. So, here we go. Thorpe picks him up and throws him down. 20 men will enter this one. One man will leave as the final man in the matchup. A shot at the North American and digital media titles on the line. As out next, here comes Josh Briggs to the ring. Like I said, it's going to be a slightly more NXT-heavy lineup in this matchup just due to the fact that it's NXT who have had this open slot come up in the matchup that needs to be filled. But to be fair, since it is happening on TNA, a few TNA names find their way into this matchup. Oh, and Briggs into a cover. As now here comes NXT's Noam Dar to the ring. As the Scottish Supernova and the leader of the Meta-4 makes his way to the ring. And so now Eddie Thorpe grabs Josh Briggs, taking him down. As the fifth man about to end of this matchup, we are just speeding through it. As here comes NXT's Tavion Heights. Oh, and Brian Myers levels him with a kendo stick, though. Each of these men have an opportunity to end the night as one of the winners of the final episode of TNA. As out next, the sixth man in the matchup. It's the Rascals, Zachary Wentz. We know Wesley is brother-in-arms in the Rascals. has a matchup coming up this weekend for the X Division Championship in the Ultimate X ladder match. Down goes Briggs, number 7 about to join us. And number 7, here comes Dante Chen of the NXT roster. The ring people are just flying in as Eddie Thorpe may have Josh Briggs out of here. Into a cover for the 1, 2, no. Dante Chen enters the mix now, and Chen with Noam Dar in the ropes. Dante Chen grabs him. Eddie Thorpe taking down Zachary Wentz. Out of the ring goes Noam Dar. Shoves past the ref, and Dante Chen wipes out Noam Dar. And here we go. Here's a bit of a surprise for the night. It's Cowboy James Storm making his way down to the ring, a TNA legend. Big kick there from Zachary Wentz. James Storm is into the mix here. The question is, who's going to get the first elimination tonight? Who's going to get one step closer to the North American and digital media titles? And who is going to be the first man to meet defeat in this matchup? As Thorpe now pulls him in, lifts up Dante Chen and Eddie Thorpe. Taking him down. James Storm takes down Zachary Wentz. Zachary Wentz is down. 1, 2, no. Noam Dar now grabs a hold of Eddie Thorpe, and Noam Dar throws him into the mix. James Storm takes down Brian Myers. Zachary Wentz taking out James Storm. Wentz grabs all of them now. Throws Storm off the ropes. Grabs him. Big drop kick takes him down. James Storm back into the ring now. Kick out of the leg from Josh Briggs to Zachary Wentz. Wentz with a forearm strike. Who's going to get that first elimination? Big splash on the back. Down goes Noam Dar. Big forearm from Eddie Thorpe. That's now he's got a hold of him. He lifts James Storm. He power bombs him. He's taking him down. Josh Briggs clobbering Zachary Wentz. Goes for a kick on Myers. Myers answers back. Corner. Oh, roster cut from Brian Myers, staggering Zachary Wentz. Eddie Thorpe's got Noam Dar. Swing neck breaker. Cover on Zachary Wentz. No, Wentz kicks out. Now Tavion Heights grabs onto Josh Briggs, throws him off the ropes, hits the ropes, and big pounce takes him down. And now Tavion Heights grabs a hold of Zachary Wentz, and Tavion Heights, this will be huge for him. He throws him off of the ropes. Eddie Thorpe takes out Noam Dar. Down goes Wentz. James Storm gets him down. Big takedown. And now James Storm grabs a hold of Dante Chen. James Storm, big neck breaker, takes him down. Big spine buster there from Josh Briggs. Heights with a knee strike to James Storm. Now, and Zachary Wentz takes him down. Zachary Wentz grabs a hold of him. Snapmare to James Storm. And drop kick into the head. Big kick collides there. Elbow strike. Kick in the ribs from Eddie Thorpe. Zachary Wentz grabs James Storm. And drops him. Oh, and out of the ring goes Eddie Thorpe. Cover on James Storm. Zachary Wentz. No, James Storm kicks out. Tavion Heights now grabs Zachary Wentz and pulls him in. Zachary Wentz getting dropped with a suplex. Tavion Heights now into a cover. No, kick out from Wentz. Big spear there from Brian Myers. Oh, and the last call to Dante Chen. James Storm rolls Dante Chen over for the cover for the 1, 2, no. Tavion Heights takes down Zachary Wentz, and now Tavion Heights showing his Olympic prowess here as he's got James Storm up. And he's got him in a torture rack. Storm fighting out of it. And now into a cover. 2. Zachary Wentz eliminated. Big knee strike there from Dante Chen. Looking for another elimination. 1, 2, no. Now Tavion Heights taking down Dante Chen. James Storm grabs Eddie Thorpe. Big rolling kick there from Myers. Headbutt from James Storm. And again, knocks him back. Storm runs in with a clothesline, knocking him down. And down goes Dante Chen into a cover now from Tavion Heights with a 1, 2, 3. Dante Chen eliminated. James Storm tries to grab onto Tavion Heights now. Heights counters with a belly-to-belly. Eddie Thorpe with a kick in the ribs of Tavion Heights. DDT! Into a cover now. Eddie Thorpe. 1, 2, no! And now Eddie Thorpe telling him to get up. Pulls Tavion Heights in. Lifts him up. Swinging neck breaker drops him. Thorpe now down into a cover for 1, 2. Tavion Heights eliminated. Oh, and the 8-second ride on the outside from James Storm, who swings Brian Myers around. Last call! As we have now had several eliminations, and we are going to finally start picking back up with entries into this matchup. So who's going to come out next? Well, it's time to tag him and bag him, because here comes the former X Division champ. Here comes Steve Macklin of the Insurgents to the ring. Back into the ring goes James Storm now. Steve Macklin grabs Brian Myers. Eddie Thorpe's got Josh Briggs. No. Caught by James Storm now. James Storm lifts him up. Storm drops him. Briggs with a big clothesline there. Briggs now just slapping away at the face of James Storm, knocking him back here. Josh Briggs swings at him. James Storm counters. Briggs turns him around. Josh Briggs picks him up and back body drop. Who's coming out next? Cover on Steve Macklin from Brian Myers. Oh, here we go. I mentioned we had a Monday Night Raw superstar in this matchup. Bronson Reed is here, the Colossal. This Aussie monster now turns his attention to Brian Myers. Bronson added to this matchup tonight due to being one of the few men who has history with both NXT and TNA. Remember, he was released from Universe Mode not long after he got brought in from NXT. Went to TNA for a while, and now here comes Trey Miguel. As Reed now mixing it up with Macklin. Bronson Reed firing away. Steve Macklin countering now. Macklin knocking him back with some kicks here. Steve Macklin. Oh! And a low blow to Bronson Reed as Trey Miguel enters the mix. Kick out from Bronson. Trey Miguel now going after Steve Macklin. Big kick there from Trey Miguel. He's got him down now. Trey Miguel grabs onto Bronson Reed. Going out to the legs now, trying to tap out the big man, but Bronson Reed answers back with a swift right hook. As now down goes Bronson Reed. Noam Dar's got Trey Miguel. Josh Briggs grabs onto Steve Macklin, picking him up now, and now Eddie Thorpe pulls in James Storm and taking him down. Noam Dar eliminated. James Storm kicking out. Bronson Reed with a power bomb. For the 1, 2. Josh Briggs eliminated. Now Eddie Thorpe. Caught by Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed dropping Eddie Thorpe. Bronson going up to the top rope now. Bronson Reed gonna look to add that exclamation point. Tsunami! 1, 2, 3. Another one gone. Bronson Reed now grabs all of Steve Macklin, pulls him in, knee strikes. Double axe handle, taking him down. Going up to the top now is Bronson Reed and Steve Macklin. Tries to knock him off the top now. Bronson, here we go, off the top. With a double axe handle, takes him down. Now Bronson Reed. Elbow drop to Steve Macklin, takes him down, and drops another elbow for good measure. Bronson Reed now dropping him again. Macklin goes down. Bronson. Oh, flattening James Storm. Steve Macklin gets taken down now. Bronson Reed grabs onto him. Bronson Reed throws James Storm to the side now, and Steve Macklin taking down Bronson Reed. Big jumping neck breaker there. Trey Miguel comes on the ropes. Brian Myers, DDT. As here comes the crazed maniac. Here comes Eric Young to the ring. Eric Young's in, and Bronson Reed immediately scoops him up. Big DDT there from Steve Macklin. Takedown from Bronson Reed. Someone's got the cover here. 1, 2. No. But Myers is still down. Is Macklin going to be able to get rid of him? 1, 2. Myers eliminated. As... Oh! Big takedown there from Steve Macklin. And now here comes Alan Angels to the ring. Macklin and Storm, they've got plenty of history together. But Bronson Reed doesn't care. He scoops up James Storm, spikes him on his head. Into a cover on the Cowboy now. Storm is down. Oh, but James Storm is still alive. As Alan Angels enters the mix, the former two-time X Division champion. As there are 6 coveted spots left in this matchup, as here comes Trey Miguel, but no. Bronson Reed scoops him up now. Bronson Reed spiking him on his head. Cover on Miguel. Trey Miguel's down. 1, 2, 3. As here comes the man beast to the ring. Here comes Rhino. Macklin re-enters the mix now. Grabs a hold of Bronson. James Storm with a big codebreaker to Rhino. Alan Angels now back into the ring. Alan Angels. No, countered by Bronson. As now Bronson Reed gets caught. Alan Angels pulls him in. Alan Angels pops up and takes him down. On that side of the ring, Rhino still brawling with James Storm right now. As now Macklin swung around by Angels. Who's coming out next? As up on the shoulders goes Rhino, and down he goes as number 15. It is the leader of First Class. It is AJ Francis. As now he's got the arm tied to the rope, does Macklin. Oh my god, I just noticed that AJ Francis has been completely laid out. Macklin now with Reed into the corner. Bronson Reed, nobody home. Bronson Reed, clothesline. And dropping Macklin. Here comes Alan Angels though, and Alan Angels finds out the hard way why you don't mess with Bronson. Big clothesline there, taking him down. Alan Angels goes down. Bronson Reed. Whoa, hold on a minute. Well, this is a man we've never seen in LS11 Universe. It's Joe Coffey. Gallus has been a two-man trip for a while with Mark and Wolfgang, but that's Mark's brother Joe Coffey. As Bronson Reed now covers Alan Angels off that spike on the head. No, Alan Angels still in it. Rhino covering on the other side of the ring for the 1, 2, 3. There goes James Storm. Macklin taking down Bronson Reed. Steve Macklin now into a cover, taking him down here. Cover on Reed for the 1, for the 2. Kick out from Bronson. Eric Young keeping AJ Francis out of the ring. Meanwhile, Joe Coffey takes down Rhino. Bronson Reed back into the ring now, and Bronson Reed thrown out of the ring by Joe Coffey now, and Joe Coffey looking to impress in his debut, but Alan Angels into a Koji clutch looking to tap him out here. Big counter there from Joe. Now Joe Coffey grabs a hold of Rhino. Joe Coffey pulls him in, shoulder block, takes him down. Into a cover now for the 1, 2, no! AJ Francis with a cover for the 1. No. Rhino takes down Bronson Reed, though. Bronson Reed in trouble. 2. Kick out from Bronson. As now Rhino turns him over with a kick now. Bronson Reed's down. Kick again. Grabs a hold of him now. Bronson Reed. Oh, and look at that double arm choke slam from AJ Francis. Now there's a big chop, knocks down AJ Francis, and oh, it looked like Bronson was going up top to try and hit a tsunami, but nobody home. As oh, he tries to wipe out AJ Francis, but Francis with an assist takes down Rhino. Who's going to get the upper hand here? When is momentum going to swing in someone's favor? When are we going to get our next elimination? Well, it could be in just a second. Because here comes massive senton, taking down Steve Macklin. As here comes Mike Santana to the ring. Mike Santana ready for action tonight. Mike Santana, big opportunity tonight to make his way to Worlds Collide. As down goes AJ Francis. Now, big knee strike from Macklin. Jonah! Whoa, that was a multi-year throwback there. As there goes AJ Francis. Up on the shoulders goes Mike Santana. Spiked on his head by Bronson. I'm telling him I'm falling asleep at the desk over here. Santana stays in it. Macklin now grabs a hold of him now. Knocked back by Bronson. Reed, who takes him down. Trying to keep him from getting out of the ring now. And now Santana. DDT to Bronson. Rolls him over now. Mike Santana into a cover on Bronson Reed off that DDT. 2, 3. Bronson Reed eliminated. It took a little bit of work, but Mike Santana was able to get the colossal one out of here. As we have got more... I believe we have got right now more TNA than WWE in this matchup. I believe the only WWE stars in here right now are Joe Coffey and, well, actually, that's it. It's just Joe Coffey right now. Everyone else is a TNA contracted talent. And there's still 3 men left to enter. 4 men left to enter, excuse me. As Alan Angels fires away at Joe Coffey. And Coffey grabs a hold of him now. Joe Coffey. Grabbed by Eric Young now, and Eric Young throws him off the ropes, and hip toss, taking him down. Eric Young now into a cover on Joe for the 1, 2, no. Who's next? It is Trent 7. Oh, a massive pile driver from Eric Young. Trent 7 makes his way to the ring now. Trent 7 picks up into a bit of a sprint and gets in the ring. Trent 7 now with Rhino. Big clothesline takes out Alan Angel. Alan Angels, much like I said earlier, it is a very TNA heavy lineup right now in here. As here comes, oh, big cutter there for Mike Santana. Number 19, Brooks Jensen. Which means we've got 1 entrant left. Alan Angels now grabs the leg of Trent 7. He's got the mentor down, and Alan Angels trying to get rid of him. Eric Young. Elbow off the top to Macklin. Angels covers Trent 7 now. Eric Young's got Brooks Jensen from NXT with a pile driver. Alan Angels covers Steve Macklin now. 1, 2. Macklin gone. Brooks is down. 1 elimination closer to the end of this thing. So Eric Young, big pop-up uppercut, takes down Alan Angels. As Macklin sulking his way to the back. We're about to find out who number 20 is going to be once Macklin gets out of here. There's Joe Coffey getting caught by Brooks Jensen now. Eric Young has got a hold of Alan Angels. And now big belly-to-belly from Joe Coffey. Big knee strike from Eric Young. Turns him over now. Does Eric Young. He's got a hold of him, and Eric Young, wheelbarrow, neck breaker. Down goes Alan Angels into a cover. Alan Angels is down for the 1, for the 2, and 3. Just like that, another one down. We are down to 7. Just got to find out who that 20th man is going to be. Eric Young to the top now, and diving knee to Rhino. Cover now on the man beast for the 1, 2, no! Is now Mike Santana stomping the arm of Trent Seven. Eric Young gets swung around. Mike Santana's got him up now on his shoulders of Mike Santana. Taking down Eric Young into a cover. Who's going to be that final entrant? We're about to find out. As Eric Young stays in it. The final entrant's going to be Wolfgang. Joe Coffey's got some backup. We've now got almost a clean field of NXT and TNA split down the middle. The question is, that answers my question. The Gallus boys are gonna fight. Joe Coffey bashes their heads together and grabs his own partner, Wolfgang. Mike Santana's got Brooks Jensen. Oh, and the referee gets caught in the crossfire here. It's Wolfgang taking down Eric Young. Famouser from Brooks Jensen. Rolls him over into a cover now. Brooks has got him down. Cover on Santana for the 1, 2, no! Wolfgang takes down Joe Coffey now, and now Wolfgang grabs onto Josh Briggs. We are in the weeds of the finals here. Getting very close to this matchup being over. Joe Coffey taking the fight to Wolfgang right now. Getting him back up to his feet now. Big discus clothesline from Joe. Rhino with a gore to Brooks Jensen. Covered by Joe. 2. No! Wolfgang stays in it. Eric Young thrown back into the ring now. And now Joe Coffey with a right hook to Eric Young. Pulls him in. And German suplex takes him down. Rhino back into the ring now. And now Joe Coffey swings Wolfgang around. Rhino with a big spear into the corner of Mike Santana. Rolls him over into a cover now. Mike Santana's down for the 1, 2. Mike Santana's still in it. And Death Valley driver from Eric Young. Eric Young going to put the exclamation point on Joe Coffey in this matchup. Pulls him in. Eric Young grabs the tights, pulls him in, and pile driver. There's now Mike Santana cover on Wolfgang. Wolfgang eliminated. Brooks Jensen now. Spinning sit-out powerbomb to Eric Young. 1, 2. Eric Young eliminated. Another one down. I believe then there were 5. There's now Jensen firing away at Joe Coffey. Mike Santana swings Joe Coffey around, but Joe Coffey caught him. Forearm strike knocks him back down. Joe Coffey went for the discus clothesline. Nobody home. Brooks Jensen now goes after him. And one-arm spine buster from Brooks. Jensen's got him up. Jensen, powerbomb. Now Rhino cover on Trent 7 for the 1, 2, no. Cover now from Brooks. 2. Joe Coffey's out of here. Massive pile driver there to Rhino. There are 4 left. 3 of them are TNA guys. It's up to Brooks Jensen to keep this spot for NXT. Rhino is gone. We are down to 3. Big ripcord lariat from Trent 7. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And then there were 2. Mike Santana and Trent 7. As now Trent 7's got a hold of him. He's got Mike Santana tied back in a cloverleaf now. Is this going to do it? Trent 7 looking to finish the job here. He had the twerk on the back, but it wasn't enough. And now Trent 7, the mentor, might find his way to Worlds Collide after all. 7-star lariat. Cover. That's it. Trent Seven has won this gauntlet match, and Trent Seven takes the final spot in the Digital Media North American title match. We still got plenty more to come here on TNA throughout the night. Hey, Trent Seven. Congrats on the win and all. But here's the thing. You're getting handed a shot at a title that we all want. You're being inserted into a match which honestly should have just become a 5-way with everything. We didn't need a 6th guy, and we certainly don't need an old man like you getting in our way. Getting in my way of becoming the Digital Media and North American champion all in one go. So Trent, I'm telling you here and now, you better hope and pray for mercy on Saturday. Because now you got a target on your back. And you're going to be the first man I'm looking to take out of that match. Alright, we've got some 8-woman tag team matchups action up next. Some 8 knockout action. As now, making their way to the ring. Shout out to the tribute mods for this being a thing. The Fatal Influence making their way down to the ring. The NXT Women's Champion, Fallon Henley, Jasmine Nix, JC Jane, Gigi Dolan making their way down to the ring. This group fully coming together this past Tuesday on NXT. So, the Fatal Influence stepping into the Impact Zone here tonight, here in the Capitol Wrestling Center, of course, with NXT and TNA coming to a full combination in the next, or coming to a head as a full combined show in the next few days. Fallon Henley, of course, faces Jordynne Grace. A winner-take-all match. And so now, Fatal Influence waiting in the ring as here come their opponents, the Knockouts, first. The Knockouts champion, Jordynne Grace. Making her way down to the ring. She and Fallon Henley, of course, are going to face off in a winner-take-all match for both women's titles this weekend. Out next, the Knockouts Jordynne Grace will be teaming up with first. Former Knockouts champion in her own right. The woman Jordynne Grace actually beat to become Knockouts champion a few months ago. Hard to kill. Steph DeLander, the Deathmatch Queen. Steph DeLander also finds herself in a situation where her name is one linked to next week's Cyber Sunday event. You can vote Steph DeLander to be part of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. We've currently got 50 people playing for the Cyber Sunday polls. It is not predictions, and I'm trying to do my best to link it in comment sections as best as I can, but I'm going to be on vacation starting next week, so I may not have time to do so. But yeah, be sure to get your votes in for the Cyber Sunday stipulations, competitors, and everything in between, as Steph DeLander has made her way to the ring. And out next, the third woman on Team Knockouts is going to be Tasha Steelz, making her way down to the ring. Ready for a fight tonight is Tasha Steelz. Of course, you'll be seeing most of the Knockouts make their way to NXT or potentially even Raw and SmackDown in these next couple of weeks as NXT and TNA become one next week. It'll just still be called NXT. For those wondering, we're not going to just rename it to NXT because, well, quite simply, it just doesn't really work that well otherwise. So Tasha Steelz has made her way down to the ring. And finally, the last woman on Team Knockouts, the quintessential diva, Giselle Shaw. You know, I hear Giselle Shaw's partner has been a little busy lately. Something about maple leaves or something like that. Wonder if we might see something like that in the LS11 universe sooner rather than later, you know? Maybe in place of a certain independent series from Los Angeles. Perhaps we'll be taking that up north to you know, towards a land that might have maple leaves. As Giselle Shaw has made her way to the ring. Without any further ado, Gigi Dolan and Jordynne Grace starting out this 8-woman tag match. One fall to the finish, Jordynne Grace grabs her, pops her up, and back body drop, taking her down. Jordynne Grace grabs her now, puts Gigi Dolan in the ropes now, and Grace grabs her. Jordynne Grace tying up the arm in the ropes. Big chop there, goes for right hook, countered by Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan, super kick, knocks her back, and backstabber. Jordynne Grace goes down now. Gigi Dolan getting back to her feet here. Jordynne Grace, big clothesline, taking her down. Pulling her in here, and Jordynne Grace kicking to the ribs. And again, massive clothesline. Into a cover now, has her down. Jordynne Grace is down. Got her down. 1, 2, no. Now Jordynne Grace punching the head repeatedly of Gigi Dolan. Dolan is down now, and Jordynne Grace grabs onto her. Jordynne Grace pulls her in. Grace kicking to the ribs. And again, into another clothesline. Tag made, and Steph DeLander, the big Aussie, is in. Goes for another kick. Countered, though. There's a big drop kick from Gigi Dolan, taking her down. Dolan grabs a hold of her now, and Gigi Dolan throws her into the corner. Tag is made. In comes JC Jane. And it's double super kick from Toxic Attraction. As the fatal influence with a super kick from JC Jane. Kick on the ribs now from Jane to DeLander now. And Steph DeLander grabs her. Pulls her in. Steph DeLander suplex. Takes her down. Getting her back up here. And Bulldog takes her down. Steph DeLander now grabs a hold of her. And Steph with German suplex. And just to answer the common question I feel like I'm going to get when we, you know, because I know I'm hinting at doing some more indie stuff with Maple Leaf Pro and LAW and stuff like that. People are probably sitting here wondering, well, why would you do stuff like that and get rid of TNA? Well, it's kind of a situation of it's like, well, hold on, cover here by Steph DeLander. 1, no, kick out. It's a situation where, like, there's more value for me in rolling TNA and NXT together to get a super roster when both rosters are otherwise pretty skeletal at the moment. And only having to do 2 primary shows a week. Because the primary shows are what take the most work. Things like LAW don't take too much from me. They don't take much work from me. And also, there's no commitment to me having to do LAW or Maple Leaf Pro or any other kind of custom independent I might do that often. I could alternate and do one every other week if I wanted to. I could do none in a week if I really wanted to. It's not really a huge deal to do so. As Steph DeLander tags in Tasha Steelz. And double super kick. Tag to the NXT Women's Champ. Fallon Henley is in. Into another. Fallon Henley coming in here, and Fallon Henley drop kick. So yes, that being said, the LS11 Indies, even when the day comes that we start doing those again, will also return to LS11 Universe, just so that I can have Xander LS11 back for non-wrestling stuff. Big chop there. And now, up on the shoulders, Tasha Steelz, taking her down, Death Valley Driver. Into a cover, no, count. Kick out though. Getting her back up to her feet now. Grabs a hold of her, does Tasha Steelz, picks her up, spine buster. And now Tasha up to the top rope, Tasha Steelz, leg drop off the top. Takes down Fallon Henley. Tag made to Jordynne Grace. Here we go. Champ versus champ, but never mind. Fallon Henley hightails it out of there, sends Gigi Dolan back in. Dolan with a big kick. Tag made. Jasmine Nix is in. I've really enjoyed getting to see the Fatal Influence together here in LS11 Universe, and I know many have as well. It's been interesting to see, you know, in a world of LS11 Universe where we've had so many male-dominant factions, the Hurt Business, the Undisputed Era / Age, the Six, obviously, most recently, things like that. It's very interesting and very cool to see a women's faction taking over in LS11 Universe. As look at this, Shades of Samoa from Jordynne Grace. Into a cover now on Jasmine Nix. Has her down. Jordynne Grace. 1, 2. Kick out from Jasmine. And oh, Gigi Dolan wipes out the referee as well. Getting her back up to her feet now. And Gigi Dolan. Or excuse me, now Jordynne Grace. I went and took a 2.5 hour nap between the first match and this one for reference. So I'm a little more awake, but also just as tired. Now Jordynne Grace grabs onto her body slam to Jasmine Nix. Tag made, Steph DeLander back in. Out of the way now goes Jasmine Nix, pulls her in, elbow strike. And again, Jasmine Nix. One more time, knocks back Steph DeLander. Swings her around now, Jasmine Nix kicks her down into penalty shot from Jasmine Nix. Back up to her feet now, pulls her in, and sends her up the ropes. Jasmine Nix. Big elbow strike knocks her back. And now kick to the ribs from DeLander. Steph DeLander pulls her in, and hammerlock DDT from DeLander into a cover. And Fallon Henley. All of Fatal Influence coming in. JC Jane with the save. JC Jane taking a cheap shot behind. Oh, and she pays for it from Steph. But it buys Jasmine Nix some time, takes her down. Getting her back up to her feet now. Jasmine Nix pulls her in. Kick to the head. The big penalty shot from Jasmine Nix. Cover. Jordynne Grace with the save. Of course, I believe Jasmine Nix, an NIL athlete. I believe a former soccer player. I'm sure her fans will correct me if I'm wrong on that one. As she goes into a cover on Steph DeLander. Now here comes Tasha Steelz for the save. Back up to her feet now. Jasmine Nix with Steph DeLander. Back into the corner. Tag is made. Gigi Dolan is in. And now Dolan. Big right hook to Steph. Swings her around now. It's knocked back. Goes for a drop kick. Tag made to JC Jane. And now JC Jane gets caught for arm drag, taking her down. And now Steph DeLander sidestepped. Swung around, and JC Jane strumps her face first into the canvas. Hitting the big spinning kick. Hooks the leg, and Giselle Shaw this time. Now every member of Team Knockout has made the save. Back into the corner now. Kicking her down is JC Jane. Tag made to Fallon. Fallon Henley. Wiping out Giselle Shaw. And senton on the back of Steph DeLander. As Fatal Influence have isolated DeLander, who hits a big uppercut, but gets caught now, and Fallon Henley pulls her in. Bulldog connects now, and Fallon telling her to get back up to her feet. And the knockouts. Wait a minute. Jasmine Nix and Gigi Dolan wiping him out. Shining Wizard from Fallon Henley. Rolls her over one more time. Into the cover on DeLander. 1, 2. Fatal Influence with the win. Hell of an 8-woman tag team matchup tonight. Team NXT, the Fatal Influence, come in and put down the Knockouts division. A big win for these four tonight. Fatal Influence with the massive win there. We got more coming up on TNA up next. Oh, hang on a minute. Oba Femi from NXT is back. He's here as a guest tonight, and he and Hammerstone meeting backstage. Oh my God. Hammerstone drums him on the concrete, and you throw Joe Hendry in the mix with these two in a couple of days. Oh my god! Hammerstone dropping him on the concrete. Trying to get his revenge from a couple of weeks ago. Hammerstone beating the hell out of Oba Femi. But Oba Femi's fighting back, and Oba Femi... Oh my god! Just broke that glass using Hammerstone, and Oba Femi slams him back first into that glass. Throws him face first into the wall. Oba Femi has invaded TNA again tonight and is beating the hell out of Hammerstone. He just smashes a trash can off of him. And again. And Oba Femi. Him, Hammerstone, and Hendry are going to be unleashed in just a couple of days. Alright, we got another matchup for you here tonight because now it is time for a little champion versus champion action. A challenge thrown down by Jeff Hardy last week. The charismatic Enigma making his way down to the ring. Jeff Hardy, of course, one half of the TNA Tag Team Champions alongside Brother Matt. Making his way to the ring. Jeff Hardy, a huge matchup tonight. He's going to be going head-to-head with the... He's going to be going head-to-head with the NXT North American Champion tonight. As here comes the NXT North American Champion, a man who is no stranger. No stranger to TNA in his own right. As here is the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Here we go. Jeff Hardy coming in. Fatu grabs him. Oh, power slam out of the gate from Jacob Fatu. Coming off the ropes now. Goes for right hook. Jeff Hardy counters now. And Jeff Hardy firing back now. Jeff Hardy. And of course, the Hardys and the Gorillas of Destiny. Jacob Fatu's cousins, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, going to be facing off at Worlds Collide in just 48 hours. In a winner-take-all situation for the TNA and NXT tag titles. These two just going counter for counter, strike for strike right now. Jeff gets him, but Jacob, German suplex. Grabs hold of him again, another one. Picking him back up to his feet now. Jacob Fatu with Jeff Hardy. Launches him across the ring now, and Fatu, big splash into the corner, takes down Jeff. Hits the ropes now, and Jacob Fatu, senton. Jeff goes down now. Fatu picking him back up to his feet. Jacob Fatu goes for the uppercut. Jeff Hardy countered. Jacob Fatu counters. Counter for counter now. Jacob Fatu. Jeff Hardy counters, kicking the ribs now. Jeff Hardy twist of fate into a cover on Jacob Fatu. He's got him down. Cover one. Jacob Fatu kicks out of the twist of fate at one. Jeff Hardy now has got him down. Hardy going up to the top rope. Jeff Hardy to the top, looking to fly, looking for... Oh, went for Swanton early. Jacob Fatu counters. Chop block now from Fatu. Grabs a hold of the former TNA World Champion, picking him back up to his feet. Super kick takes him down. Grabs the leg now, Jacob Fatu taking out the leg. And again. And again. Kicking him down now is Fatu. He grabs Jeff Hardy. Pulls him in. Jacob Fatu's got him up. And down goes Jeff Hardy. Fatu now grabs a hold of him. Jacob Fatu stomping the head. Grabs Jeff back up to his feet now. Jacob Fatu. Right hook's connecting. Firing away. Jacob gets knocked back by Jeff. Jeff goes for him. Countered by Fatu. Jacob Fatu's got a hold of him now. And gut wrench powerbomb. Bringing him back up to his feet now. Fatu caught. No. Hardy countered. Jacob avoids Jeff Hardy. Kicks out the leg. And takes out the leg again. Does Jacob Fatu. And now Fatu. Hold on a minute. Oh my god. Almost hit Jeff Hardy with a whisper in the wind. But even Jeff Hardy looked a bit like, what'd you just do? Goes for one of his own. Fatu out of the way. And now Fatu. Samoan drop to Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is down. Jacob Fatu. Oh, went for the moonsault. Nobody home. Jeff Hardy's got him though. Remember, Jeff Hardy once beat Jacob Fatu's Uncle Umaga. 2. No. Jeff Hardy once beat Umaga to win the Intercontinental title. And then Fatu is very heavily inspired by Umaga inside the ring with the way he moves, the way he acts. Oh, and Jeff got caught. Jacob Fatu. Bulldog takes him down. And now Jacob Fatu. Oh, biting the hand. Puts Jeff back to his feet with another super kick. Gets him back up again now. Jacob Fatu looking to end this one quickly. Scoops Jeff Hardy up. Jacob Fatu slams him down. Into a cover now on Jeff Hardy. He's got him down. Jacob Fatu. Cover on Jeff. 1, 2. Kick out from Jeff Hardy. Fatu went for a double axe handle. Jeff out of the way now. Jeff Hardy. Right hook connects. Big clothesline. Pops him up. Atomic drop. Jeff has him now for leg drop. Knocks him down and follows it up with a drop kick. Coming on the ropes now. Jeff Hardy. Oh! Kicked in the ribs by Jacob Fatu. Fatu pulls him in. Samoan drop. And now Fatu grabbing a hold of Jeff Hardy back to his feet. Jacob Fatu with Jeff Hardy. Throws him into the corner now. Putting him up on the top rope now. And Jacob Fatu. Oh my god, what is this? Massive power slam to Jeff. Hardy is down now. Fatu's got him for the 1, 2. Kick out from Jeff Hardy. Jacob Fatu kicks him down. Jeff back to his feet though. Jeff sweeps the leg. Jeff Hardy's got him down now. Jeff Hardy goes through the ropes. Jacob Fatu tries to take him down. Jeff Hardy counters. Jeff Hardy. Big drum kick to Jacob Fatu. Takes him down. Grabs a hold of him now. Getting him back up to his feet. And Jeff Hardy kicking the ribs. Pulls him in. Twist of fate. Into a cover now on Fatu. Jacob Fatu's down. Not even one. And now Jeff. What the hell is Jeff thinking here? Jeff, you're an absolute madman. Oh my god. Oh my god. And Fatu scoops Jeff up on his shoulders. Jacob Fatu slams him face first into the ring apron. Into a bear hug on the outside now. Jacob Fatu just squeezing the life out of Jeff Hardy. And now Fatu with Hardy back to his feet. Count of 4. Jeff thrown back in. Jacob picks him back up again now. Jacob Fatu lifts him up. Samoan drop again. Jacob Fatu hits the moonsault. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Down and out goes Jeff Hardy. Jacob Fatu with the victory. Jacob Fatu with the victory over Jeff Hardy tonight. Momentum definitely sways the way of the Forsaken this weekend. Our main event's coming up next. Keith Lee versus Matt Cardona. Coming up in our main event. You're a joke. You know that? Excuse me. You're a joke, Trev. Just an absolute joke. And the fact you're walking around with my X Division title only further pisses me off. I want you to know that Ultimate X on Saturday, I'm not just looking to take the X Division title. Be the final X Division champion and be the man who gets a shot at the title of my choice in NXT No Mercy. Trevor, I want you to know that my mission at Worlds Collide is to make sure no one ever sees you again. Yeah? Why don't you do something about it, old man? Remember who you're talking to next time you make an empty threat. You stupid piece of shit. Alright, well, it is time for the final TNA main event. For now, at least. It could come back one day, as I've said. As here comes, always ready, Matt Cardona. And it feels fitting that this man is in the final TNA main event, because for years he's always been one of the most consistent figures within the TNA roster. Get it? Ha. Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona making his way down to the ring. The major player himself, the indie god, making his way to the ring. The Deathmatch King. So, Cardona ready for his match against the TNA World Champion tonight. As here comes the TNA champion, Limitless Keith Lee. Keith Lee makes his way to the ring. A huge matchup for him this weekend. He has to face not only his former tag team partner, but he has to try and become the undisputed champion. Keith Lee holds the title high. Matt Cardona and Keith Lee, it's about to go down. This is going to be big. So, without any further ado, let's do this. Here we go. Keith Lee and Matt Cardona. Keith Lee pushes him away. Oh, Cardona out of the gate with a forearm. Keith Lee now counters. Forearm strike, knocks him back. Keith Lee goes for him. Cardona sidestepped the crossbody. Cardona's got him down now. Matt Cardona slamming him down by the back of the head repeatedly. Grabs a hold, kicking the head now from Keith Lee. Now, and Keith Lee, floats over. DDT from Cardona. Goes for a boot. Cardona gets caught now. Keith Lee scoops him up and takes him down. Pulling him in now. Keith Lee gets him up again and dropping Matt Cardona a second time. Kicks the ropes now. Goes for an elbow. Nobody home. Matt Cardona comes back in, though. Floats over himself. And DDT to Keith Lee. Goes for the boot. Keith Lee catching him now. Kicking the ribs from Matt Cardona. Right hook into the back. Keith Lee goes down now. Keith Lee countered. Matt Cardona now. Sent off the ropes. And Lee with a knee strike. Roundhouse kick. Grabs him by the throat now. And Keith Lee sending Cardona across the ring. Cardona goes down as Keith Lee gets him back up to his feet. Chops him. Cardona answers back. Cardona with a right hook now. Matt Cardona. Elbow strike, knocking him back. Jabs him again. Keith Lee counters. Keith Lee now with Matt Cardona knocked back. Right hook connects now, and Cardona knocks back Keith. Chop from Lee. Cardona, right hook. Counter for counter now. He's going to get the better of this one. Imagine what an upset it would be for Matt Cardona if he could pin the TNA World Champion on the final night of the promotion. As Keith Lee throws the slap. Matt Cardona counters. Chop from Matt Cardona. Keith Lee throws a slap. Cardona counters. And, oh! One big right hook from Keith Lee to wrap that one up. Grabs the leg, slam it down. Grabs him up again now. Keith Lee gets him back up again. Right hook now. Cardona. Forearm strike. Grabs a hold of him again now. Kicking the ribs. Keith Lee. Caught with a right hook. Cardona's got him now. Matt Cardona. Pulling back on the nose of Keith Lee. And Keith Lee taken down. Cardona going up top. And the elbow drop into a cover on Keith Lee. 1, 2, kick out from the champion. And now Cardona sizing him up, throws up the LI, looking for. Goes for radio silence, Keith Lee. Massive back body drop, wiping out the Deathmatch King. Uh-oh, look out, look out, look out. Oh! Cardona got him. Keith Lee pulling himself up in the corner now. Cardona coming in. Matt Cardona goes for the boot. Keith Lee knocks him back now, and Keith Lee. Good Lord! The pounce sends him across the ring. Keith Lee now with Matt Cardona into the corner. Up on the top now, and Keith Lee dumps Matt Cardona out of the ring. Goes up to the top rope now, and Keith Lee diving stomp to Matt Cardona. Lee now with Cardona back to his feet, back into the ring. Keith Lee now back in, grabs onto Cardona, getting him back up to his feet. Hits him with a chop now, knocks him back. Matt Cardona with a jab. Matt Cardona turns him around, clothesline, knocks down Keith Lee. Cardona's got him down now. Matt Cardona standing over him. The Deathmatch King. Right hook connects to Keith Lee. Cardona with a jab into an elbow strike, knocking him back, kicking the ribs. DDT. Kick to the head of Cardona now from Keith Lee. Runs in. Oh, big sharp elbow there from Cardona, knocks him down. And now Keith Lee back to his feet. Cardona grabs him. Matt Cardona. Drop kick into the back. Turns him over now. Matt Cardona. Cardona up top now, and Matt Cardona. 450 to the champion. Cover for the 1, 2, kick out from Keith Lee. Keith Lee rolls onto the bottom rope now, pulling himself back up to his feet here. Keith Lee. Countered from Cardona now, and Keith Lee. Oh! Hits the big thrust kick. Grabs a hold of him now. Keith Lee with Matt Cardona. Pops him up. Spirit Bomb! Into a cover now. Keith Lee for the 1, 2. No! Cardona stays alive. Keith getting him back up to his feet now. Keith Lee with a chop countered by Matt Cardona now, and Cardona throws him off the ropes. Matt Cardona pulls him in, and neckbreaker connects. Lee is down now. Cardona grabs a hold of him now. Matt Cardona taking Keith Lee towards the corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Grabs onto him now. Matt Cardona scoops him up, and massive body slam there from Cardona. Keith Lee is down now, and Matt Cardona goes for a big forearm off the top. Keith Lee countered. Keith Lee runs back in. Matt Cardona's got a hold of him now. Cardona puts him in the ropes. Matt Cardona takes him down and stomps him in the head. Cardona goes back up top again now. Matt Cardona goes for the elbow drop. Keith Lee out of the way now, and Keith gets kicked. Hip toss takes down Cardona. And the Limitless One has got him down now. Keith Lee. Getting this crowd rallying behind him now. Lee grabs onto Cardona, getting him back up to his feet. Keith Lee hits him with a big chop there. Cardona grabs a hold of him though, and Matt Cardona sends him off the ropes. Cardona, no. Lee with a clothesline takes him down. Keith Lee kicking away at him now. Keith Lee's got Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona, though, sweeps the leg of Keith Lee. Goes down for ground and pound now. Keith Lee getting punched repeatedly by Cardona. Kicking to the ribs now. Keith Lee's down. Cardona grabs hold of him now. Matt Cardona ducks through, pulls him in. DDT to Keith Lee. Goes for a kick to turn him over now. Keith Lee is down. Matt Cardona takes out the arm now. Keith Lee. Right hook knocks him back now. Keith Lee. Oh my God! Nearly launches him out of the ring. Matt Cardona nearly went out of the ring on that one. As Lee looking to wrap up the job. Big Bang Catastrophe. And these people want one more time, so one more time for the road. Spirit Bomb. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. Keith Lee in the final main event of the final TNA for the time being. Knocks off Matt Cardona. Look at the bounce when Cardona hit the mat for the Spirit Bomb. And just like that, the TNA champ with the win. Oh, and there's Jacob Fatu, and these big men got to pick right back up where they left off on Tuesday night when Keith Lee came to the aid of Joe Hendry and the Hardys. Keith Lee firing back as Jacob Fatu super kicks him, taking him down. And Keith Lee getting beat down now. And up on the right by the ring here, Tama Tonga and Jeff Hardy. The rest of the Forsaken have made it to TNA tonight. And Keith Lee is getting taken down by Jacob Fatu as Tama Tonga drops Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy going down here as Tama Tonga launches him into the guardrail. Dropping him as well now as Tama Tonga drops the elbow on Jeff Hardy again. And a spine buster. Oh, and up on the ram, Matt Hardy suffering some of the deadliest kicks I've ever seen from Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa chopping the hell out of Matt Hardy. Oh my God, a devastating eye poke. As the Gorillas of Destiny and Jacob Fatu currently standing tall. My God, I think we need a hero right about now. God, it's the final TNA. Somebody say his name.
Say his his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
And there he is, Joe Hendry, chair to the ribs of Tongaloa. Hendry coming to the rescue of Keith Lee and the Hardys. Wearing out that chair on Tongaloa. Here we go, Joe Hendry and Tama Tonga. Hendry counters, knocking back Tama. And Joe Hendry throws him into the steps. Hendry taking the fight to the NXT Tag Team Champions. Joe Hendry coming to the aid of Keith Lee. Standing ovation. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on just a minute. Don't you threaten me with a good time. Hendry and Fatu squaring up. Getting face to face here. The North American Champion and Joe Hendry. Oh, but wait a minute, Joe. Look out. Chris Danger grabs Hendry. Taste of danger. Oh, God. And Danger is eating it now. Dropped by Jacob Fatu. Hendry dropped with a super kick. And Fatu. And now there's Jimmy Uso. Jimmy with the chair to Keith Lee. Just absolutely warps it across his body. In just a couple of shots now is Jimmy. Takes him down, and Jimmy Uso putting him in the tequila sunrise on the TNA champion, trying to break the leg of Keith Lee. And Jimmy Uso now looking to lay him out. Jimmy hits the splash. And just like that, the NXT champion standing tall at the end of TNA tonight. I'll see you all this Saturday at Worlds Collide. Until next time, everybody, I've been Xander, and that was Universe.